Hello and welcome to the Crunchin podcast where we take a bite out of the convention going experience. I am your host, Percy Man, and today I am joined by my buddy Max from
Hello there.
PMP Creations. That's his company name and his YouTube name as well. You
Oh
can
yeah.
also follow him on PMP's Den of Antiquities.
Yeah, it's just
Which,
PMP's
yeah,
Den.
PMP's Den. Yeah, that's
Just
how you
it's
can
just
find
easier
him.
because it's a struggle to kind of say Den of Antiquities. I wish I would have like thought about that a little bit more. I was just like, oh yeah, like Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. I do a little bit of everything Star Wars. I'm a Den of Antiquities.
Yeah,
But
that's like the Galaxy's Edge thing, right?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I went to Galaxy's. I don't really have like it's not because like I love Galaxy's Edge or anything. It was just like my whole thing is like I do a little bit of everything Star Wars. So I was just like, oh, I'll name it that, and then I was like, oh crap, it's kind of hard to say. But yeah.
Yeah, right on. So anyways, welcome. Returning guest, if anyone remembers, we're on episode 9. He was
Heck
all the
yeah.
way episode 1. This is the second time
The Phantom
he's been
Menace, man.
on, so
I'm just kidding.
glad to have you back finally.
Heck
Thank
yeah, dude. It's good to be back.
you. And today we're going to talk a bit about what you do for work, the cosplay we worked on together that I guess debuted at Toronto Fan Expo, and we're going to talk about a couple conventions you've gone to. So I'll
Heck
let
yeah.
you start with whichever topic you want to start with.
I mean, let's let's talk about the because I feel like it's fresh because you like just got done talking about your cosplay
Yeah.
and you just got done doing the podcast with JT, so we can talk about that and kind of go in to some of that because I have some I guess like post-mortem things about the thing the literally the thing.
Yeah. We don't have to get into the shipping stuff. That was kind of more of a
Yeah,
technicality on our end.
that was unfortunate just
But
the times.
more of the behind the scenes actually stuff
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to get into that, that's for
Heck
sure. So
yeah.
this is the guy who made me my helmet that I wore a few weeks ago in Toronto.
Yeah, so like I think overall, I personally think it turned out pretty good. There's some things I would have personally um like to do like better. Like the one thing is like I think the helmet could have been probably about 10 to 15% smaller. I think I printed it like a little bit big.
I kind of like the
Um
size, honestly. It makes me want to like increase the size of my cosplay
well,
eventually.
that was like the whole thing of why I made it a little bit bigger. One, because I know you said you wanted to put like electron. Oh my goodness, sorry, I got something in my eye. I know you wanted to put like electronics in it and stuff like that, and I figured you could always, put more muscle in the suit or make an even bigger thing. I think your
Mhm.
cosplay turned out great. I mean, I saw all the
It
photos and stuff like
Dude,
that.
I honestly, not to toot my own horn, but I thought it was gonna look like crap and it turned out
No,
so
you
good.
you nailed it, dude. You nailed it. It looked great.
I
Um,
can show the inside a bit better. That's the I just so far I've just put padding and a fan in there. I'm gonna put a fan in there parallel that one on the other side.
How did that out of curiosity, how did that go? Like putting in the fan, was it like
Honestly, I
really
just
hot in the
used
helmet or
some
did it cool you off?
foam and some hot glue to get the fan in there.
Okay.
And as long as so it's like a sideways fan, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
it pulls air from one side and then shoots it out like a small uh like a 1 inch gap
Oh,
instead
that's
of just like
nice.
your normal PC fan, right? That's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
straight through, if
Okay.
that makes
Okay.
sense. So
Yeah, for sure.
it like pulls air. So I just had to make a gap, and as long as I have a gap under my neck where there's
Mhm.
cold air to pull up, then it's not too bad. But I am
Okay.
sweating like crazy still.
Oh, I'm at yeah, with all
I
the
think
padding and all that
I
stuff.
think actually like my body was probably more sweaty than
For
my
sure.
face and head were wearing this thing.
Yeah, I bet. I
But
bet.
if I also thought just if I put that second fan in that this would be really a lot more manageable.
Yeah, definitely. definitely. But no, I mean, overall, I'm really it's just me being like nitpicky and kind of I tend to be a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like this. So like that's why I was like, yeah, 10 to 15%. I'd say 10%, like just a little bit smaller. It was just tough for me because
Hmm.
I got the files from Do 3D. I know you and I talked about it, but just so the viewers can kind of get a little behind the scenes. I got it from Do 3D, and he didn't really list like the sizing of the helmet, like what like head it fit, like the circumference and stuff like that. So I kind of had to do like my best guesstimation of like what it is. I actually like reached out to him and I didn't get a response. I'm sure he's just busy,
Hmm.
run it. He also does 3D printing stuff. So, um, but no, it was a really fun experience, like making a helmet like that. And I ran into like some snags, which I'll get into. I'm still editing my video of like making the whole mask and stuff like that. But I ran into some snags, but I'm really happy with how it turned out overall. And like the only other thing I would have said is like maybe putting the like better magnets in it. I just didn't have a lot of experience with magnets at the time for his face mask. I know you had to do some kind of like real quick restoration work on the
Yeah,
helmet because the magnets just weren't sticking as well as I would have liked them to. But yeah,
yeah,
it's I mean
they just weren't sticking out as far as they needed to connect fully. So it
yeah.
was,
And I think
but
that's also too on my part is because like I didn't put into factor that like I sized the helmet up. So he told me the size of the magnets like on his like listing. And I
oh man,
bought
yeah,
those magnets,
that
but
makes sense.
I sized the helmet up so the magnets weren't the same. So I tried to like double them up to get them like as close to the thing as possible. But like I said, this is just me being nitpicky. Like you said, your stuff turned out great. Like
Hmm.
I and from what you were
Yeah, I
telling
ended up
me, like
just
you got
using hot
swarmed and
glue, and it
stuff.
really didn't add a lot of weight to the helmet at all,
That's
so it
great.
was
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, I thought you did a
And
really
I
cool
used
job
this
with
old
everything.
dirt bike helmet insert,
Heck
so I
yeah,
was
dude.
wearing this. And
Nice.
then I put
Which that's
like all
comfy.
the foam, like yeah, it was a lot more comfortable that way, and it and I was able to like kind of have a little articulation that way
Yeah.
too. And
Well, the mic sounded good too. I mean, I just saw it in that one video of the guy that was
yeah,
kneeling on the ground. And you're like, it's clobbering time, but I was like, it sounded really good. Like from what I heard, I was like, hell yeah.
yeah,
So
I was yelling through the mic a lot like the whole time. Maybe not like yelling, but enough to like set the mic
you could
off.
hear it. Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Where's the Hulk? I want to tell him what time it is."
Yeah, but like honestly, I mean, for at least for my end, minus the shipping stuff, I mean, everything else was like I thought it like it. I really enjoyed this project, and I'm excited to like show the video of how like I made it and stuff like that, along with like, I was listening to your and JT's podcast. I think it was last week or maybe week and a half ago, and
Yep.
it was a lot of fun, like listening to it and hear you guys talk about it and stuff. So
Yeah, we met Ewan McGregor together, and we
yeah, dude, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. I haven't met Ewan or Hayden. They're on my list. They're on my list, but.
I got to pay him back for me helping him in his Star Killer cosplay. He got to help me out a
Yeah, yeah.
bit with my getting in and out of my The Thing cosplay.
Yeah,
That's not something I can really do on my
I
own.
was gonna ask you, how is the visibility on that thing? Because like when I put it on, I was like, dude, I don't know how he's gonna see in this thing. Like the slits for the eyes are so small. I was like, this is
I don't
a
know if I can
while.
get this to show the eyes even.
Yeah, you can see him a little bit, but yeah, like the slits are so tiny. It's like
So yeah,
I
I was kind of getting my face as close up to it as I can.
yeah.
So with the way I had it on, I kind of had my head tilted as forward and my eyes were as close to here as possible to get,
Right. Yeah.
but I could literally only see
Like
forward.
like
Could only
very
see forward. So like
yeah.
some people were taking pictures beside me and I had no idea they were there. And I felt bad, like maybe I wasn't looking at some people's cameras and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but whatever.
I'm
I'm
sure
still
people understand. Like
it's
when you
kind of
have that type of a cosplay, they're just excited to see it. They're just like, oh my god, it's the thing.
but
So,
no, Jill took a picture of me beside a guy who had to be like 7 feet tall or taller because he was
oh
so much
wow.
taller than me, and I'm
Oh
wearing like my stilt shoes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was sick.
And I didn't even know. I didn't even know he was there. He was this guy was way bigger than me. I didn't even see him.
Dang, that's wild.
So like, yeah, he had to be right in front of me, and uh, I had to like look down when I was walking a bit. I had some neck movement. I could look down a bit at least, and
Yeah, that's good. You could at least like you weren't just like I
Mhm.
know like a lot of like Batman cosplayers like they can't even like turn their neck. They're just
The
like
Michael Keaton.
yeah, just like
Yeah.
so
No,
but
it was actually pretty good. I had like a couple videos of me moving around, I guess, or whatever, but nothing too crazy. I was only in it for 2 hours, so that was kind of sad. I wish I wore it longer, but I think like
hey
obviously
man, first
I'm gonna
debut.
wear it. I'm gonna wear it a few times more for
Yeah,
sure. Like
I bet. Yeah.
Toronto Comic Con, I'll bring it back to that. Or
Heck yeah.
yeah, Comic Con. So that was Fan Expo. Comic Con is held in the same venue.
Right on, man. Yeah, I know we're this is talking about cons and stuff like that, but I did go see the movie last weekend and dude, it was so freaking good, man.
I loved it.
I was a little I mean, I personally like I grew up with like the original like,
Hmm.
it was it 2 or 3? I think it was 2 movies, right?
There is the
The one with Chris
Fantastic
Evans.
Four, and then there's the
Not the
Rise of the
solo
Silver
one.
Surfer, right?
Yeah. I think there's 2.
Yeah,
I personally really liked those movies. I know they're a little cheesy and stuff like
yeah,
that,
I
but
like
like
them too.
that was like my childhood. And then the one after it was just like, oh my god, it was like 2 hours of my life or an hour and a half I'll never get back. Um,
I
so
always try and forget that one because
yeah,
let
it's
me bring up
bad.
the worst part of that movie is they're like the most egregious version of 30-year-old men playing high school kids because they do that science fair scene where they're
Yeah.
supposed to be with all these like, and they don't age up all the other kids, right? They
No,
All
not
the
at
other
all.
kids are like these dinky little kids, and they're like looking up at like, they're like, oh my god, this guy's like he has to win the science fair. Just look at him, he's like 30.
Yeah, he's been here about 7, 8, 10 years too long. Well, that's at least in Spider, because like a lot of people say that about like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, but at least they all look the same age.
Yeah,
Like everybody says like Toby was a little too old for a high schooler, but like I
yeah,
felt like they all
they all had to just cram into those high school seats because they're all too big.
yeah. Yeah, but no, I honestly, man, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was
The new one was a breath of fresh air for me.
Y yeah, for sure. It felt to me like old school Marvel. I think I posted that, like, on my story. It really felt like the early days of, like, the MCU, which I feel like
Mhm.
Marvel's kind of gotten, and hopefully they're going
It
back
felt
to it,
like
but
a Iron Man 1 to me, or
exactly, yeah.
like the start of something like actually the start of something new. Like
Yeah,
Shang-Chi was great. There's like these other
yeah, for sure.
movies that were pretty good, but they never started anything. This feels like it's probably starting
Yeah, well, I felt like
what's
they were kinda
going next.
scrambling after Endgame, like, it kinda felt
Mhm.
like they were, like, not to say that there wasn't good movies after Endgame, but it felt like they were kinda like, "Oh, crap, like, what do we do now?" Sort
The
of thing.
interconnected storyline kind of fell apart, I feel like
Yeah.
is what happened, and there was some good stuff and some really bad stuff.
Yeah. Well, also they had like setbacks too with like Jonathan Majors. Like they were setting up Kang to be like this big thing, and
Mhm.
then he had those allegations. So it kind of like messed up their like entire
I
plan.
still
So
like the Loki series a lot, at least.
oh, it's phenomenal, dude. Like freaking Tom Hiddleston, like freaking killed it, and I'm excited to see because I know he's rumored to be in like a Doomsday.
Mhm.
um, like what he kind of brings to the table and how he interacts with everybody because like it's not the same like Loki we've seen for like
No,
the
he's like a
Infinity
good guy
Saga.
now, and he's
Yeah, well, he's like
lived
matured too.
for
I feel like
thousands of years
yeah,
almost, or whatever.
yeah,
Because in the show, he goes like through time. He's like, I learned calculus for like 100 years, just like
yeah,
trying to figure. He did like a whole bunch of stuff just to try and
yeah.
figure out how to
How to
solve
fix it?
the
Yeah,
time stream thing.
yeah. So it'll be cool, and like I hope they bring in the I know they were trying to like in the movie like go to a different like universe or not the universe multiverse.
Hmm.
um and so I they'll probably do something with that, and then it would be cool to like at some point I know they're doing Doom, which would be cool because like I don't really outside of like seeing Doom and like the original Fantastic Four, don't really know a whole bunch about him, so I'm excited to kind of like
Okay,
learn
cool.
like more about it. Yeah, because like I have like very like me, I'm like sweaty about Star Wars, but like I'm more of a casual about
Star
Marvel. Like
Wars and Spider-Man.
yes, basically. Not to say that I don't like Marvel or any of the other stuff. I just haven't like read
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of the comics or into the. I know enough to hold a conversation, pretty much. But like yeah, I'm excited to see because I've always liked his aesthetic, like it just like outfit wise and stuff like that. So I know that that end trailer scene where you kind of see him um looking at the kid. I was like, oh man,
Mhm.
like this is gonna be cool. So I'm excited to see them interact with more people and stuff.
Well, they already sold my ticket when they announced that they're bringing back the old X-Men actors, so
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be sick. I'm
I'm gonna be
excited.
there no matter what.
Yeah, I'm excited to see definitely more Hugh Jackman as Wolverine and like all the other, uh the in the Deadpool. He's like,
James
you're gonna be doing this till
Marsden
you're 80.
and
So he's
the
gonna
guy
be
that plays Nightcrawler's coming back.
yeah, man. It's gonna be cool to see like all the
I
OG
think
cast. 'Cause, like
Kelsey Grammer, who played Frasier, is coming back as Beast
yeah,
again.
yeah, that'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool. Well, he was in one of the. I didn't see the Marvels, but he wasn't he in
Yeah,
like
he's in a
the cutscene.
post-credit scene. That's
Yeah,
I haven't seen it either, but I know what you mean.
yeah. I think I heard that he was in there, so it'll be cool to see because like they own the X-Men universe now. But yeah, man, um, really excited to see what Marvel has in store because it kind of seems like they're picking up the pieces again, trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah, I hope so.
So
If not, like work their way into a reboot is what I think's happening.
for sure, for sure.
Anyways, I just wanted to show off the other things that I worked on myself here
Heck yeah, dude. Well, because I've
a
only
little
seen
bit.
pictures of them. I didn't see like the actual like.
So this was the
Yeah, dude,
hand I
that's
made
sick.
it. I
Yeah,
started with a piece of PVC tube here, not very long, and then I had a cardboard box that I made myself in like a shape. I had a rounded top,
yeah.
and I did like a fist shape almost, and then the rest of it is foam, and then I did slits into the foam with X-Acto knives, and I used a heat gun to expand all these slits, and that turned out so good that I might end up doing a whole costume in this style eventually.
Oh, dude, that would be sick. That would be really cool. It reminds me of the old school like Hulk
Yeah,
hands.
exactly. That
Like
was
a
kind of my thinking too. And then on the
yeah,
inside,
got a
I
bar.
just have a pen in there that I glued in, and
Oh,
that's my handle that I've been using in there.
nice. Very
And
cool.
I can kind of like hold. I can like open my hand and kind of hold it. However, I'm not showing the camera very good. But yeah, I got lots of movement, punch speed, and then this is what I measured. My shirt fits, my sleeve fits perfectly over that, so it's nice and snug. Kind of.
Yeah, it seemed very seamless. Like in the photos that you were showing me, like it looked like they were a part of you. It didn't. There wasn't anything showing or anything like that. So it was
Yeah,
cool.
I was pumped. I thought I was gonna look really wacky, so it was
No,
pretty
dude,
sweet.
you freaking nailed it, man. It looks sick.
And then these things, I feel like people didn't get a good look at.
Oh, those
As
boots.
these
Yeah.
stilt boots I made out of there's a old Nike shoes screwed on to so I got a 2x4 in here, and then two small pieces of 2x4, or I should say like two more small pieces of 2x4,
How was it
and then
walking in
the
those?
rest of it is foam. It's very you gotta like clog around like I made it a little bit too flat footed. I tried to put some roundedness to it, but it didn't work at all because I was
Mm.
like super gluing this I used like a floor mat from a car here to
Oh,
get
okay.
some so I wasn't slipping and sliding around at least, and I didn't like this is protection for the boot, so I didn't actually ruin the boot at all, which was nice. And
That's
then
smart. Floor mat for a car. I wouldn't even have thought of that. This was
yeah, and it's the grip's not too bad either.
yeah, I bet. I bet.
So yeah, then everything is foam. Everything else is foam and
I'm
paint.
impressed, man. 3D printing's my arena, but foam, man, I'm always scared to jump into foam. It's a tough material to work with.
I'm gonna have blue on my hands now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was all the boots especially were like the last minute up to the con working on lot like the day before.
Yeah, I mean, I remember you texted me like, "Oh, dude, I'm in the zone right now. I gotta work. I gotta go." I remember you sending me some pictures and updates on it.
But yeah, that's what it looked like there. I'll just you can talk a bit more about your process with the helmet if you want. I'm gonna show the pictures from my page of
Sure. Yeah.
that.
So basically what I did, well, originally I was gonna resin print the helmet just to save me on some sanding time. But I ended up going with like 3D printing because it was just like the helmet was so big that like I would have had to slice it like a bajillion times to get it to fit on my resin printer. So I ended up printing it with like PETG just because it instead of PLA, just because PETG holds up a little bit better in like the sun. There's not as much warping. So yeah, it was like all, I think it was, gosh, I'm trying to remember. I want to say like 6 or 7 pieces that I had like put together, and like welded with a hot glue, not hot glue gun. I welded it with a soldering iron and then like smoothed it and put UV resin on it and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know if you could see it. Like I couldn't see any seams, but I mean, you could see them on the inside because I didn't cover them up. But there was
No, you
quite a
could
bit.
only see it on the inside.
Yeah,
I
there was
didn't.
quite a bit of seams, and I thought it turned out. I mean, luckily it was rock, so like I didn't have to like hide it that much. Like a lot of them, I just kind of worked into the
Really?
rock formation.
See, I
But
thought it was fully seamed like from the inside, just from the look of it. So that's cool.
yeah. Well, I'm feel like I'm doing a poor job at explaining it. It'll be more when you have the visual and you see it like in the video that I'm gonna post. But yeah, I used a UV resin and then just cured it. So I mean, it looks like it's just a part of the 3D print. But yeah, man, I thought, minus it being a tad too big, I thought it turned out pretty good, like cosmetically wise. And then, using the spray paint, I don't know if you ever used a little bit of that acrylic on the hands, but I just thought it was too flat when I sprayed it at first. I was like, it doesn't look bad, but I was like, it's something's missing, and I felt like, rocks are never like a solid color. When you
Right.
look at like just rocks out in like nature and stuff like that. So I ended up taking like just some like acrylic paint and like lightly doing like a sponge brush that kind of looks like the sponge brushes that have like the holes in them. They kind of look like cheese. And just dabbing it ever so lightly. I mean, most of the time, most people wouldn't be able to tell, but like when you're right up on it, I feel like it really brought out the texture. Um, Time permitting, I would have liked to like go through all the little cracks and crevices and maybe done a shade darker with like an airbrush or something like that. I was just I started to kind of run out of time towards the end, so I felt like it was good enough just doing the two different color acrylics, and I
I
thought it
think it
came out
added a
pretty well.
lot. And I didn't get to doing that on the hands, but I still have what you sent me, like the extra paints that I can still use.
Yeah, well, that's why I sent them to you because I was like,
And in
oh
the
man, this
pictures,
would be
that
good.
matches so well still. But I
Oh
see what
yeah, you nailed it.
I
Yeah,
think
you
that acrylic adds that little bit of shine to it too, right?
for sure. Yeah, yeah. It's just like it's not
And
needed.
the
It's just
lighting. It's
like
not just the lighting is also
yeah,
adding that in the picture.
yeah. I would say it's like kind of like I don't know, like sprinkles on cake. Like you don't really need the sprinkles. It just adds a little bit of extra flair. That's kind of the analogy that I like to put on it. But yeah, man, it was really cool. I'm kind of bummed that I wasn't able to do the cigar in time because I think the cigar would have been really cool. I had really high hopes for that, but yeah, the shipping kind of put a little damper on that one. But
It would have been pretty funny.
maybe we can do it in the future or something like
Oh
that, or
yeah,
some
I can
at some point or
definitely
something.
explain how we can do it in the future if you want, but
Yeah, we can do that
we can do that another
off the
time.
stream. Yeah, but because I still have it and everything, I didn't throw it away. But yeah,
Okay, right on.
the cigar would have been a cool addition.
It's
I
a
was really
funny
excited.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, like I said, like I did the helmet, but you did the rest of it. And yeah, it looks so. I can see why you got swarmed. It just looks killer. Because like the things are really hard cosplay. I mean, it's not an easy like
I
that's
didn't
not for
see
like
anyone else dressed as the thing
well,
there.
yeah,
So
because it's not for the faint at heart, man. I mean, it's you gotta really
yeah,
put
I
in
took
the
it on
hours.
kind of as a challenge, right? Not as
Yeah. Well, you fucking nailed it, dude. Sorry, I don't know if we can cuss on your.
yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I
We're
try to
far enough
keep it
into the
clean.
stream, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I try to keep it clean, but it just slips out from time to time. But yeah, no, you nailed it, man. It was cool, and it was cool seeing you with all the other gang,
Yeah.
all together. It was pretty
And
cool.
this is my buddy as Mr. Fantastic here.
Yeah, it's cool.
He looks even cooler than Pedro Pascal.
Dave's really rocking the Reed Richards
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
grew the mustache out just for the expo. I was
Oh,
happy.
nice, heck yeah.
But yeah, wait, how do I do this here? There we go. I keep putting people in the matrix on my streams and I hope they don't I hope no one gets stuck there. That's like my only worry. Someone getting
Forever
stuck in the
in the
matrix when I
void.
show them it. But yeah, we could pivot now. I think that's a good time unless you wanted to talk more about your business and more that side of things.
Oh yeah, we can if you. I'm just here to hang out and nerd out and stuff like that. So we can.
Yeah.
I'm literally all for it.
So I guess I'll just ask, like, is there anything new to look out for? You could Max has his own store that you can find through all of his channels.
Yeah. So I would say like I'm in a little bit of like a transitional period right now.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just like a little personal. I got a new job outside of like me doing my own business and stuff like
Heck
that.
yeah!
For
Congrats again.
with also with 3D printing. So that dynamic change kind of how I'm running my shop. I kind of want to now focus a little bit more less on doing like custom work. I mean, I never say never. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm never doing customs again or anything like that. But for years, I've been in this for about 5 years now, 3D printing. I haven't really made much for myself. Like, there's a few things like you can see, like I have some lightsabers and like the giant megaphone blaster.
The blaster is
Yeah,
huge.
yeah, I can here. Let me grab it. That's always a cool
Every
one.
time I see the picture of that show up, I'm like,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah, I'm definitely bringing it to Celebration. I couldn't because obviously Japan, but like 2025 or 2027. Yeah,
What are you
it's
driving to? You driving
I
to
think so.
California?
That's the plan right now. I
Nice.
don't know if it'll change. It'll really I guess depend on like how many days I can get off for work. But yeah, if I can drive, I'm definitely taking it because I want to do a Boba Fett cosplay. But yeah, man, I think I really love modeling, like 3D modeling,
Mm-hmm.
and I like cosplay a lot. So I think that's kind of what I'm pivoting to is like and really focusing a lot on my YouTube. Like I miss doing my YouTube channels and Star Wars and my creations channel. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to stepping away a little bit more from custom work, unless there's just a project that me. I'm always like, oh, when you came to me with the Thing mask, I was like, let's do it. Like that's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
I get hyped about it, but yeah, really a lot more
Yeah, we
cosplay
were
focused.
crunching for that one big time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it was like because I had to
But
come
it
back
worked
from
out. Everything
Japan.
worked out good in the end.
Yeah, it did. I thought so for all the hiccups that we came through, but yeah, a lot more like STL file, like showing people kind of like how to make stuff. Because like I also like, I mean, as much as I like to
Mm-hmm.
create, I like inspiring others to create. And if I can do that and kind of show you how like I like I'm going to show you how to make like the Thing mask, even though like I didn't make that file. Like you can go buy that file and have like an understanding of how to make the Thing mask, or like I do a lot of like RuneScape stuff. So like if you wanted to buy a RuneScape file or
Yeah,
other
but
cosplay
you
stuff,
can explain how to go from nothing to what I've got
ex-
right here, right?
exactly, and that's kind of what I want to focus on more than doing like custom. I think a lot of the custom stuff is just going to be like me doing like my own cosplays. Like I know I told you about it, but the Metal Gear Solid 3 just came out. They did a remake. They did a fantastic job with
Sweet.
it. It's so cool, and I'm about to do Snake. So like that'll be a YouTube video and all that stuff, and I kind of want to just really get into like STL files and like really allowing other cosplayers to like up their game and make their own stuff and inspiring others to create. So I think that's kind of where I'm transitioning. Instead of, I'm not saying I'm never going to sell stuff again, because like you can go to my website and I still like sell 3D printed files. It's mostly just, I think, like painted stuff. Like if it's something I can print on the printer and sell it, like I'll do that all day long. But just a little bit of time to free up to where I can do cosplay stuff and make more spend more time modeling and making more files. So that's
Mhm.
kind of where I'm planning on kind of taking the business, as far as that goes.
Yeah, I think there's a huge market for that, especially in the like the cosplay market or whatever.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
as part of that market, I should say, like you could have your own booth at conventions and
Yeah, yeah.
like you have been. And have
That's
have
yeah,
you
that's
done a booth this year?
not this year. So Japan
No,
kind of ate all that fun.
that's what I
Like,
thought.
yeah, Japan cost me, I mean, you're traveling
Crazy year.
around the world, so that kind of ate into. I'm thinking about doing a couple like small markets and stuff like that towards the end of the year, maybe. But yeah, no, next year is going to be. I have like I have like 5 or 6 that I want to do. I know we're going to talk about Rebelscum Con here in a minute. I'm thinking about doing that one, and then I have a couple in Austin that I normally go to and do and stuff like that. So
Cool.
probably do like, I would say like 4 to 5 conventions a year, something like that, because I like meeting people and talking about 3D printing, and like it's so cool to see somebody's face light up, be like, oh, a Lego lightsaber or a megaphone blast, or whatever I have, like I really get a kick out of like, somebody's child, because that's what I do. Like that's why I made a lot of this. Like I grew up playing RuneScape, I grew up playing Lego Star Wars. Like I make stuff that like is nostalgic to me, and it resonates with other people too. So it's
Yeah,
kind of cool to have that bond with people. You get that same feeling. So it's hard as conventions go.
RuneScape's freaking dope. So
Yeah, man,
party hats all day. That's
it's
what I'm
blowing
getting
up
next.
too. It's the highest. I
I
think
heard that
yeah, it's the highest player count it's ever had.
on
Even
OSRS, right?
yeah, OSRS, even at like peak times, which I believe was like 2006, 2007,
Yeah,
was like peak old school RuneScape.
that's when I
Um,
started.
yeah, it's beat that. I think it's at like 200 and like 50,000 players or something like that
Wow.
congruently, it's some crazy number, which is cool to see, because I think it's a lot of people like me and you. I know you played a lot of old school RuneScape too, who are flocking back to it after it, because you couldn't play it for, like, a lot of people don't know, you couldn't play for the longest time because they moved to RuneScape 3.
Yeah, RS3, and then they
Yeah,
brought it back
yeah, and
as a separate game.
they're about to add a new skill, which has some people nervous, but I think it's gonna be cool. It's
Sailing?
sail. Yeah, sailing.
Yeah, that's probably gonna make me go make a new account
I'm
for
excited for it,
OSRS.
man. It sounds pretty. It
My
sounds cool.
current
I like that
account is
you can
still
do it.
RS3, so I've
Yeah, yeah. I know you play a lot
my
of.
2007 account carried over to RS3, and that's how I've kept it since. I was
But
too
hey, man, we'll
scared to
we'll, we'll
start
grind together.
over.
We'll
Yeah, I was
grind
too
together. I'm
scared to
down.
start over. But I
Yeah,
love OS. I love the original one too.
it's tough, man. It's because, like, I mean, you have
I
to
have so
kind.
many 99s. Like, why would I
Well, that's the thing. Is
shoot
like
myself in the foot?
y- you have to like really love the grind, because
Yeah.
when you start over at 0, you're like, oh
Gonna be
man,
wood
because like,
cutting every time.
well, because a lot of people don't know, like, and how the scaling of XP works in the game. Like when you're at 99 is like you've mastered the skill. So when you're at 92, you're
Halfway.
halfway uh to mastering the skill, which doesn't make sense, but the way that the XP scales, that's the halfway point. So when you hit 92, that's when the real challenge begins. So I completely understand if like, oh man, a 99 to skill, and now I have to go back and like start from 0. You're like,
They
there's
also
something
kind of
nice.
ruined the new one too. Like they made it too easy to level up and stuff.
Oh yeah.
There's so many ways to like cheat it, not cheat it, but like like
Mhm.
doing a mission or like a quest or whatever to like boost it or a way to
Yeah.
boost it. And I was like,
I will say there is
or the
some hacks.
mobile. They when they came out with the mobile version, that's when it really
Oh
was like everyone
yeah.
was like just farming it, and
Yeah, cheesing
I was
it.
like, man, when I was a kid, I could never possibly dream of getting that much XP in a day. Like,
Yeah.
I'm pissed.
Well, there is some hacks, and I say hacks, but there is some like you can at least like when you start off, like there's like definitely like guides to where you can do a couple quests
Yeah,
and
like
a
some
lot of
speed run stuff.
yeah, to where you could at least like it's not going to boost you crazy, but you could probably get to like 30 or 40 and a lot of your skills just by doing like quests and like little things here and there, which like it's better than just grinding to 40, you know, but I don't know. I always love the grind. That's the thing that pulls me to RuneScape is just like it's just one like I don't know if I have autism or what it is, but I love the grind, man. It just like well, it's because you can like sit there and like do other stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'll like have it on in the background while I'm like 3D modeling or something like that while I'm chopping trees or fishing or fire making or whatever. Some aren't AFK, but like the AFKable, you know, mining stuff like that.
Yeah, those are
You can
my
do.
favorite skills too. So
Yeah.
I'm probably the same way.
Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. But
Or they're at least my best skills.
yeah, I mean, I think that, dude. I know it's just chop. You're just clicking trees, but wood cutting is hands down my favorite skill. That's the first.
I used to make so much money doing
Yeah.
that.
Oh, dude, you can make bank. You can make
Elder
bank.
logs, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Elder and then magic. And then you can do maple, but I think magic's worth more than maple, if I remember
Yeah, or
correctly.
you.
You no, I think it goes you magic then I at least for the like what
Oh, is
skill you need to
maple
be.
higher? I forget. I forget.
Yeah, maple's the I think no, maple is sorry, I said maple. I meant redwood. Redwood's I think the highest, I
Oh,
believe. I could be
I don't think I
wrong.
ever even cut a redwood.
Yeah, that well, you have to go to like the I know we're getting into the weeds now, but
That's
like
getting
you
into it.
but you can go to like the wood cutting guild and they have like the giant redwood trees you can climb and chop and stuff. So
Okay, cool.
but yeah. Sorry, I know you just got super nerdy into
Anyways.
RuneScape. I know we're talking about other stuff, but
Sorry about the RuneScape tangent. Rebelscum Con.
yeah,
You
man,
mentioned it. Let's talk about it. I
yeah.
can bring up. I know you got a couple, at least one picture I can bring up. It's in the thumbnail
Yeah,
too.
I got like barely any freaking pictures, and I'm so sad.
It's hard to do
I,
sometimes, especially when you're wearing a cosplay.
Yeah, and I was riding solo on it. I actually met a friend that like one of my online friends that I just met through like the Star Wars community. I met him there, but there was so much going on and bouncing back and forth. It was a fun weekend, but yeah, I got like no pictures other than like a few. I got one with General Grievous and then one with Sam and David Collins.
That's cool.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I have some of the stuff that I got, and I don't know if you already have the pictures pulled up, but I have like my the photo that I got and stuff like that. If you want me to,
I can pull that up right now, actually.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it's over here.
Yeah, I've just been so busy. I got a lot of merch from Rebelscum Con, but I haven't been able to post to my Instagram yet.
There, can you see it there?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. There we go.
I don't know why I checked after asking.
But yeah, that was fun. Yeah, so that's my buddy who he was super nice. I was just gonna get an autograph, and he, you know, for the photo, people who go to conventions, like you can have like a bajillion people in the photos if you want a bajillion people in the photos. So he's like, hey man, you want to like hop in? And we like hopped in, and David Collins was like, oh man, he's like, you got the Lego lightsabers? He's like, that's sick. And I was like, yeah, you want to hold one? And he like his face like lit up when I asked him if he wanted to hold one. So he and I just grabbed him and I was like, yeah, let's like clash them and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
He the droid in the game?
Yeah, so he's Proxy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So he is the sound designer for pretty much the majority of the like golden age is what I call it of Star Wars games, like Republic Commandos, Force Unleashed. He actually did work on him and Sam both actually worked on Fantastic Four. I saw them post about it, but yeah, he's the sound designer for Lucasfilm. So
yeah, big LucasArts and film guy, right?
Yeah. He was talking because I love Republic Commandos. Like that's like, I mean, the game's amazing. And I didn't know that he had like, I knew he had done sounds, but I was like, hey, like, what did you do on it? And he was the Trandoshans on Kashyyyk. He did all the Trandoshan voices as far as like voice acting goes. So I thought that was kind of cool because I didn't know that knowledge off the top of my head. But yeah, man, it was a really fun experience. I went to his booth and ScumCon. It's only their second year, so they're kind of like a low key convention. Like there wasn't a lot I think Sam had the biggest line because I think he
I've
was like
seen I've
the
seen
biggest
some
name
pictures
there.
and videos from it before.
Yeah, yeah, he was
It looks like a nice. I like that kind of
dude.
size.
Well, it was cool because like it was really down to earth. Like, man, you had like Matt Wood, David Collins. Sam didn't really get up and walk around a whole bunch because he was just like swarmed.
Hmm.
His line looked like it was at Celebration.
I
I
feel
think
like he would
everybody
be
was there.
anywhere.
Yeah, yeah, but he was definitely the biggest name at the convention. But like
Mm.
Roger Christensen, like literally walked straight past me. And for those who don't know, he was a lot of the props from the original trilogy he designed. Like he designed Luke's lightsaber or Anakin's lightsaber, depending on who you want to say. He was the original lightsaber design was made by him. And like walked straight past me. Like it was pretty wild. Just how many people were just like celebrities walking around, and you could just go up and kind of talk to him and stuff like that. When I went up to David's booth, I think he had like 3 people in line, so I sat there and talked to him for like I want to say like 5 minutes. Yeah, that's with the Grievous. They had I'm sure a lot of people who were like big into the Star Wars community have seen that Grievous. So like a person actually goes
Huge.
into the back of him and it's a cosplay. That's like just a statue right now. But like like there was a person and he like moves around. He like hides in the cape and he can like move it around and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool. But yeah, but when I
Wow.
went to David Collins's line and we were talking about Republic Commandos and all that stuff, I gave him, I think you pulled it up with the Force Unleashed stuff. I gave him that LucasArts logo. And he was like, "Oh, he's like, this is really cool." He's like, "You wouldn't happen to be the one
That's a
who
cool
gave,"
idea.
he's like, "You wouldn't happen to be the one who gave Sam the LucasArts logo in Japan." And I was like, kind of freaking out a little bit because like I didn't really get a lot of feedback from Sam at Celebration just because it was kind of like go, 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 you know?
Yeah.
So like he was like, "Oh, thank you," but that's really all he could say. He's like, "Yeah," but when he got off the plane, he was like shooting me over pictures and saying how cool it was. And like
Wow.
it was kind of cool to get that like gratification because I feel like I didn't really get any from Sam because he was just, I mean, dude was doing interviews, had like photo ops all day. Like he was tired. Like I didn't take it personally or anything like that, but it was kind of cool to get that like resignation or not resignation. I'm like blanking on
Recognition.
what. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, my brain's fried
I
after
got you. I got you.
working all day. But yeah, it was cool. And then we talked about JT's like arm tattoo because he has like the Sith logo from
Cool.
Starkiller's cape, like on the back. It has like a Sith cape. And I had like met David for like a split second. We talked for like maybe like 10 minutes with me and JT at Celebration, and he like remembered me. So it was pretty cool because he like literally talked to me like I was like his best friend from high school. Like there was like nothing skipping a beat. Like he was just a really chill, down to earth person. I can show you. So that's an old photo. I got autographed. I got an autograph by him, and he did the see if I can. This is the limited edition Force Unleashed case, but you can see it right here. He's got his name, and he did proxy, and he's got like the little yellow marks and stuff like that. And that's Sam's down at the bottom that I got in Japan. But yeah, I got a decent amount of autographs on this. I'm hoping that the guy
Cool.
who voices Rom Coda eventually goes to one of these conventions because I'd love to get his autograph on it too because I always really liked Rom Coda from the game. But yeah, that
Who
was that.
does who does Vader?
I don't know. I know Sam does Palpatine, but I'm not
Uh-huh.
sure. I don't know if it was
I know there's been a few actors out there that have done Vader.
yeah, I don't know if it was James Earl Jones or not. Um off the top of my head because I know, like I said, Sam did Palpatine
Mhm.
because he
That'd be
talks
pretty
about it.
crazy if it was James.
Yeah, yeah. Or like I know it was too early for like synthesized. I know they're doing like a lot of like his voice is like synthesized now, because he passed away and
I
stuff.
don't
I
want to
think
talk about it.
yeah. I don't know if they did that. I don't think they did that because I think that was before that technology was even invented. Force Unleashed was like super
Code
not
name's
old.
John Connor. This is my mission
Dun,
statement.
dun,
We are
dun, dun,
going to
dun.
take down the AI
Dun, dun, dun,
overlords.
dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
dun,
continue.
no, but I mean, yeah, the convention was really cool. It was nice to be. That was like, I guess Celebration was my first 100% Star Wars convention, but Rebel ScumCon was really cool because it was like 100% Star Wars. There's like nothing else there, so you're just around a whole bunch of nerds who like love Star Wars cosplay. Like right when you walk into the kind of like the vending hall area, there was like a huge sabacc table and like a themed area, so everybody's
Sick.
playing sabacc, and I don't know how to play, but I was like watching. It was really cool. And then I got a whole bunch of. I'm not going to show like all the stickers and stuff like that I got, but I got a whole bunch of stickers, and I found, so there's these things called challenge coins. So it's like a metal coin, which I didn't go and grab. It's in my Darth Maul bag that I have. But you can like trade the coins with people. It's like for like cosplayers. They have all these like little metal coins, like chips,
Oh, yeah.
like poker chips. And I was kind of schooled on that because I didn't know like what they were, but they were selling them at Rebelscum Con, and it was basically Rebelscum 2025 with Darth Maul and the in the center of the coin. So that was cool. But no, my big purchase, I'm gonna show it here, was the Slave One. So I got the Slave One. This is the like 2002, like it's old school. It was like in the box and everything. I'm out of box collector, so I took it out. But man, the pure excitement I got from getting this, I didn't think I would like. I was pretty excited when I bought it, but like, man, like seeing it in person and having it, like this is like fueled my ships. I want to get them so much.
Fucking going down, bud.
Nice.
Going down, bud.
Start reenacting it. They actually had that. Oh, dude, that's cool. See, man, if I would have known it did that, I probably would have. They had it at the con, but I was like, I'll just get this one and I'll get that another time. But
They
that's
based
cool.
their ships in Revenge of the Sith off this toy.
That makes sense. Yeah, the second, like the version 2,
like where the wings are like that.
Yeah,
a lot smaller.
But yeah, man, I got a good deal on this too. They were asking 65 for it, and I kind of sat and talked with the guy a little bit. We were talking about I was in full cosplay, so we were talking about cosplay and stuff like that. And he's like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "If you want that Slave One," he's like, "I'll cut you a deal on it." And he gave it to me for 50. So I don't know. I thought $50 for this. It like moves, and I think it has like a little.
It's pretty big.
Yeah, and like it opens up and it can like shoot like. I don't have the turrets in it right now, but it can like do this. I actually have a funny story. So I went to another con like a couple weeks later. I went to Nostalgia Con, and I got it signed. I met Daniel Logan, so I got it signed by
sweet.
Daniel Logan, and then I'm gonna try to have Tamora Morrison, and whenever I can meet him, sign the other side, and then display it so it's like both Boba Fett's, you know. But yeah, man, it was really cool. I really enjoyed it, and this was like my big like trophy for like the weekend, and it makes me want to buy like way more ships. I had an Arc 170 and a Millennium Falcon that I unfortunately lost in a flooding accident.
Oh no!
So this is like the only ship I have now, but I'm on the hunt for more because this like fueled my collector. I'm a huge collector.
170's dope.
Yeah, it was cool because you could like.
I got a Lego one. I still got to build.
Dude, that's cool. That's cool. That I bet you that one was a pretty penny. But yeah, man, it was a really fun con. It was cool because I'm not really a big after party guy. I'm a little bit more introverted. But I did go to one, and they had Matt Wood come up, who's the voice of General Grievous and like the battle droids. He's also a sound designer, and David Collins, and they sung the Huttese. It's the one from Skeleton Crew, like the intro.
Okay.
It's like the 80s song. I can't think of the name of the song, but they sung it like in Huttese, like it was a karaoke bar.
Cool.
So that was kind of cool. And then there was so many like celebrities just like chilling. Like I could like literally reach out and touch the armorer. And then I'm blanking on the guy that plays is it Paz Vizsla from Mandalorian?
Oh, that
the big armored guy. I
yeah.
can't think of his name. I think it's Paz Vizsla, which
Yep.
like I'm a pretty big dude.
I
Like
forget the actor's name, but that dude's got to be huge.
oh yeah, I'm 6'2", so I'm pretty tall, and like like I'm not like a small guy or anything, and he made me look small, so he's a pretty big dude. But yeah, they were like literally sitting like right behind me. The kid who was the youngling in Order 66, he's like, Master Skywalker, there's too many of them. He was there too, which is pretty funny. And yeah, man, it
Yeah,
was
I've seen that. I've seen that guy go around or like on Instagram making videos a few times now.
yeah. I know I haven't interacted with him, so I only saw him kind of like in passing, but it
Dude's a
was kind of
legend.
trippy. Yeah, it's kind of trippy, like seeing like the armor, like I didn't
Emily
see,
Swallow.
yeah, Emily Swallows or Katie Sackhoff was late, so she probably would have been there, but I think
Oh, that's too
her and
bad.
Sam got in a little later. So I didn't see them, but yeah, man, it was a good time. It was a lot
That's
of
a
fun.
sweet lineup.
Yeah, it was good. I'm excited to see like what they do now. I think next year I'm going to be a vendor there,
Hmm.
because I think I would do really well because I do a lot of like Star Wars stuff, and I obviously have a passion for it. But yeah, it was in my hometown. Like I grew up in Frisco in the Dallas area, so
Nice.
it was cool to kind of go back and hang out and talk with people, and then um, getting that ship and then meeting Daniel Logan at the next con that I went to was kind of cool, and it was just kind of like a good like homage to both of them.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. When I met who was it? Shit. I forgot my anecdote. I was gonna say something about Emily Swallow. I guess what I was gonna say is when I met her. Sorry, I did remember it. When I met
I
her,
remember.
when I met her, I told her all about my theory that the uh what her character, who her character actually is under the helmet,
Oh yeah.
and she was pretty big on it and was like had never heard that before and
Oh heck
wanted me
yeah.
to show her the video. And when I showed her the video and she saw like how many views it had, she was like, holy, that's sweet. I was like,
I
yeah.
think I actually remember you telling me about that now that you mentioned it. I remember you
Yeah,
talking about it.
yeah,
But
she's
yeah,
really nice anyway. Like she she was nice to me and wasn't like, it's stupid.
yeah, she seems really down to
Yeah.
earth. From like just I guess like from an outside perspective, because like I haven't met her, but just like seeing her interact with people at Rebelscum Con, and like she wasn't like really like, oh, I'm a celebrity when she was at the karaoke bar. Like they were just having fun and having a good time and stuff like that. So she seemed pretty chill.
Oh, yo, what's up, Charlie?
Charlie in the house.
I will rewatch this on the flight to Chicago. Gotta get up at 3 a.m. See you in a few days, Percy. And Maximus, much love. Charlie out. See you soon, Charlie. We're gonna show up on Friday. It'll be Friday night, actually. We're gonna be at the hotel. All right. You have a good time, and I'm sure you'll probably be able to listen to all of this on the flight
Heck yeah.
because
Good
you're even
flight
further
tunes.
out than we are, I think.
Dang, we're already at 52 minutes. Wow, I feel like we've been talking for like 20 minutes. That's crazy.
It was the RuneScape, man.
Yeah, the
We talked
RuneScape.
about RuneScape for that long.
Yeah, it's good. Good time. Good time.
I
But
just
yeah,
got
man,
the
it was.
music stuck in my head. Dun,
Oh, dude,
dun, dun,
best
dun,
music out of
dun.
most games for sure. No, it's not Star Wars related, but if you're curious, I did meet John Marston, the voice Rob. Man, I'm gonna butcher his name. Wheathoff, I think is his last name.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. And I 3D printed a like this is like the basically the what's on the video game case, and I got the autograph from him at
Sweet.
NostalgiaCon. So not really Star Wars related or anything like that. I know we really didn't talk about NostalgiaCon, but yeah, I thought it was really cool. It was such a big deal to me to meet him, and that game's so freaking awesome that it was a fun time. So I thought I just brought that out there to show and stuff like that too.
Oh, I love that game. So he's the one from the first game?
Yeah, so he plays
That's my
John
favorite one.
in
That's
the
sick.
first game. Yeah, yes. Dude, And he
And the Undead Nightmare or whatever
yeah, yeah,
DLC,
yeah. And
Unbeaten
he also plays John in the second game too, but he's not Arthur, the guy that plays Arthur. He
is the main character.
yeah, it sucks because I heard him talking to a fan as I was walking away, and he's like, yeah, he's like, he would have been here. He's on vacation with his family though. I'm like, dang it, man. I was like, I
Oh
wanted to
no,
meet both of them.
that would be cool.
But
Get a
hopefully
picture with both of them.
yeah, hopefully they do it again next year because I wanted to make him like a custom revolver and like give it to him because that's my thing. I like when I get autographs, I kind of like giving the person who's autographing like something. I don't know. I started doing that in Japan,
It's a
and
cool idea.
I was like, I'm just gonna keep doing it. You know, we did JT's Battle Droid head, which I made the video on that, and that was a lot of fun. And seeing Doug Cheng's reaction to the Battle Droid head, and then hearing what Sam liked with the LucasArts logo and stuff like that. I just like I don't know. I thought it was a cool experience, and I gave Rob one of these. Basically, it was a little smaller version of it because I knew he was traveling, so I didn't want to give him a big version. But he was like, "Oh man," he's like, "Nobody's ever given me any like 3D printed things." He's like, "This is probably like one of the most unique things I've like ever gotten."
there
And
you go.
I was like, "Yo," I was like, "That's cool." And in that back of my head, I was like, "Just wait till I meet you next time, and I give you that revolver." I just ran out of time and couldn't make it, but I want to do like a
Well,
custom
now,
like
now you can
engraved.
make it perfect.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna do because I want to do a John Marston cosplay because like that game's like in my top 5. You know, 1 and 2. I kind of combine them together.
Just
But
hand him the gun dressed as him.
yeah, yeah. I thought that would be cool. But no, I think I didn't finish my first train of thought because I'm bouncing everywhere. But he doesn't. He didn't change his voice, so he literally sounds like John Marston. So
Wow.
we like walked up to the booth and I'm like hearing John Marston talk, and I was just like, this is trippy, man. Like he literally has like that raspy kind of that voice. He was like, yeah, he's like, they liked my voice, so he's like, I didn't change it. And I was like, dude, this is freaking cool as hell. So yeah, it was a lot of fun
I
meeting
guess
him.
the Grand Theft Auto guy, like GTA 5, I think those
Mhm.
guys use their normal voice too.
Yeah, yeah, they did. I think
Like
the
Trevor
only
and Michael and
yeah, yeah.
Franklin.
Yeah, they all sound exactly like their characters. I think the only person who
Rockstar's
doesn't
so good.
really sound, oh yeah, dude, they make bangers, man. That's all they do. But the guy who plays Arthur, I know he doesn't sound like he sounds a little he put a little bit more
Puts it on a bit, yeah.
yeah, put a little bit more countrification, I guess, you know, a little southern twang
Yeah, he
to his
does like
accent.
live streams or I've seen him on live streams where he's playing the game too
Yeah,
or
dude, it's
like
so funny. It's his commentary when he like somebody like shit
messing
talks him or
around with some
something.
mods. I seen him. It was one of the
Yeah.
funniest videos.
Yeah, dude. They have some great mods. Like you know, like cockroaches or like frogs in the game, like traded out with the horses and stuff. And they do some crazy stuff to like the horses where they shrink their heads and make their legs bigger. Or it's like the craziest stuff, man. But yeah, it's a fun time. But yeah, it was really important to me because like Red Dead was like a big part of like my like middle school and high school years. Like, I mean, every day after school, my friend and I would go and play like the Undead Nightmare modes or like the online. I mean, like the online was like we'd spend hours just like
Oh yeah.
sniping people on top of a hill or like running around throwing dynamite or something. You know, just it's just kid stuff. You know, just doing this crazy stuff. So it meant a lot to me to like actually like meet him and he was like nothing but smile, super nice, good energy. So it was really cool.
Nice.
A little bit better than Daniel Logan wasn't bad, but I think he was tired when I met him.
Yeah.
Just because like Charlie's met him, who just popped in. I know JT's met him. You might have met him. I don't know if you have or not. I don't
I've met
remember.
him twice.
Yeah, from everybody who's told me he's pretty energetic and energized, and he
Yeah, we
seemed to,
hyped him up too much for you. That's our fault.
yeah, he seemed to like I said, it wasn't bad or he wasn't like mean or anything like that. He just seemed like he was like a little
Mhm.
bit low energy. But I gave him an like attack, like it was basically like this, but just like an Attack of the Clones style 3D print. And he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "This is really cool. You're giving this to me?" I'm like, "Yeah." And it's like it's yours. He was pretty excited about that. But yeah, we ended up talking. Somebody screeched their chair really loud, and we ended up talking about how like as he got older, like sounds like irritate him more. And I was just like, this is not really what I want to be talking to Daniel Logan about. He's like, yeah, we were like, yeah. He's like, you know, when people are like smacking, he's like, I used to be okay with it. He's like, now it really gets on my nerves. I'm like, yeah, man. I was like, it gets on my nerves too. Like, I understand it, but I was like, in the back of my head, I was like, I want to talk about Star Wars or something. Like, I don't want to talk about like random sounds that annoy you. But it was kind of fun. It was funny to get it. Like I said, it was good. It was a good interaction. It just seemed like I was expecting him to be really high energy just from like all the people who have met him and stuff like that. But I mean, you know how cons go. I mean, they're talking to people, they're taking pictures. I mean, I don't put anything past anybody. I know it takes a lot of energy to do that. So it was still a cool experience to meet him.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I think that's
when I met him, I asked him about the unfinished
the Boba Fett scenes. Yeah,
he was not allowed to talk about it still. And
dude, I wonder if they're gonna use it for something.
I told him that he should have been Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, you think so?
I think Tamora should have been kept as the older clones, and then use Daniel as the younger Boba, who is actually closer to Boba's real age than Tamora.
For sure. Dude, Tamora is just, I mean, dude, he's just the man. I mean, no disrespect to Daniel Logan, because like, I mean, respect,
that was just what I thought. In my head, that would have just lined up so perfectly.
Made more sense, yeah. I mean, he definitely did show up in Book of Boba. It was just like CGI'd
like a flashback.
Yeah, it was
flashback type of thing
generated. Yeah, but no, I agree though. It would have been cool to see him in like some capacity come back. I know he was in Bad Batch. He like voiced some clones and stuff like that, but I don't know what they could like bring. Maybe he'll show up, and I mean, it'd be kind of wild if he showed up in the Maul Shadow Lords. I think they got a lot to unpack there, but he could, you know, or some other animated.
Not a bad idea.
You know, like I could see him being Boba in that. I just, man, Tamora Morrison's just my dude, man. I loved him in Battlefront, loved him in all the stuff growing up. Like he was in a lot of the video games.
To me, he's a clone. He's Jango Fett or the clones, and
that's fair. Yeah.
Like Boba was still a kid, so it wasn't like I didn't really think of it that much. In my head, I guess.
Well, in the remastered, they did change the voice.
They get his voice in the original trilogy.
Yeah, so that's why I always considered him to be. Like I said, no disrespect to Daniel Logan or anything like that, because I think he would make a killer Boba. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, Tamora Morrison's just my dude, man. I'm so excited to meet him at some point. I don't know when I will, but
yeah,
that's the move. But yeah, man, it was been
I met him. It was like kind of the short interaction kind of thing, but yeah, he's still cool.
Yeah, I feel like it's a mixed bag. You never know what you're gonna get with him. Like, I feel like he always says like every time I see him in an interview, he's always saying something like off the hand, like nothing bad, but just like out of pocket or like off the handle or something like that. You know, it's nothing ever like controversial or anything, but he's always like
just casual. Really,
the way his mind works is funny sometimes. I feel like.
Yeah, I like when he gets into the singing and dancing and stuff like that.
Oh, dude, yeah, he gets into it, man. It's really cool.
When I saw sabers. He was at Celebration in Japan, right?
Yeah. Well, him and Daniel Logan, they did the dual photo op. I was busy, so like I didn't join like Charlie, Strike, and JT in that photo. I was just doing my own stuff, but yeah, they were doing like dual photo ops, dual autographs and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool to have both of them kind of show up and, you know, do their thing.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So where's NostalgiaCon?
So NostalgiaCon was
that the other one you went to, or did I name it wrong?
No, you nailed it. So that one, it's weirdly enough, it's actually in a lot of different cities. So the first one that I ever went to was in San Antonio. I don't think they did very well at that one, so they moved it to this one was in Houston, which was a lot bigger venue. And I think it was just a little better space than San Antonio was. But I think the next one they're doing is in Milwaukee, and then the one before was in California. So it's like a traveling con. Some they do some in like Louisiana and stuff like that. But yeah, you can follow it.
I've heard of it before.
Yeah, it's just NostalgiaCon. You can follow it on Instagram or anything. They show all their But no, it's really I think it's an up and coming like really big con. It's really for like people who want to get autographs. I don't know how like great it is for vendors. Like I didn't do too well. Like that was the first time I went. I don't think that was their fault. I think it was just there was other stuff going on in San Antonio, and I just don't think it pulled enough people. But and a lot of people were going there for autographs because they get like everybody underneath the sun to come, and like the whole basically the almost the entire Clone Wars cast
Nice.
was at NostalgiaCon. They had Ashley Eckstein, Matt. Is it Matt Smith? Is it
Lantern?
Anakin or Matt Lantern? Not Matt Smith. Matt Lantern. James Arnold Taylor. They had the lady that voices Ventress. I'm blanking on her name. They had Padme, the guy that voiced Mace Windu, D. Bradley Baker.
Her name is like Nikki Futerman or something.
It's something
like
along those.
that.
I'm bad with names.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I love the Clone Wars is my thing, so I should know.
cool interaction because I know you're a Rebels guy. So we booked the hotel. Like literally, we could walk down from the hotel and walk to the con next door. So we're down in the line getting some Starbucks in the morning before we head over. And freaking Harrison Dula comes up behind me and she goes, "I love your backpack," because I had my Darth Maul backpack on.
Yeah.
And just like walks past. I was gonna say thanks, General Syndulla, but like I was just like, oh, thank you. I was just so like it kind of like shocked me how like I was like, oh, it's Harrison Dula. Like what the heck? But it was really cool and she was super nice.
She caught you off guard.
Yeah, she caught me off guard. I was gonna say something cool, and then I just kind of got flustered. But I was just, because she's like, she's pretty prominent. She has like bright red hair and stuff like that. So it was throwing me off. But she was so nice, and it was like she didn't have to do that. But yeah, it was cool. Like I saw a lot of people. That was cool. Like walking in the lobby. Like I don't know if you watched The Boys, but Frenchie, like I just like passed him walking in the
I met
hotel.
Carl Urban at Comic-Con this year in March.
Yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah, I remember you showing me. It's all coming back now.
Yeah, they filmed that show in Toronto, so I
did they really?
I recognize a lot of the places in the show sometimes.
Nice.
When people point it out, and then I recognize it. I'm stupid, but then I recognize it a bit. And once I see it,
that's cool as hell. That's really cool. I need to finish the show. I haven't.
Because they changed some stuff, like signs, and
right for
whatever.
Sure to kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, they put VOT or whatever industries.
Yeah. But no, I mean it was cool. It's cool kind of going to like I wouldn't say it's a small convention, but it's like it's not like like a big like San Diego Comic-Con or like Celebration or anything like that, because like you kind of get to see a little bit more of the celebrities like walking around. They're a little bit more relaxed and chill, and just
it was kind of like ICCC.
Yeah. I want to go to that
dope.
one next year. I'm hoping I can actually get the funds to go to that one. It kind of messed me up being right after Japan. I wanted to, but it just didn't work out. But
sure, but
yeah, it'd be cool. Well, I'm hoping we can meet at Celebration, or at least maybe some.
What I'm saving for real. Like
that's gonna be a fun one and stuff like that, because I want to do like a.
We got to do the Airbnb and do the whole shebang. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think getting like a giant PMP's Den Airbnb, and doing like a live pod. Air PMP, yeah. But yeah, doing like a large Airbnb and doing like a podcast, or maybe we can do, because all our friends are content creators. We can just have a content creation house and just do a whole bunch of stuff. It'd be fun for the weekend.
With this website, you can actually stream on multiple people can stream on their channel the same stream
no kidding.
Or whatever. Yeah,
I have to check this out because I stopped using StreamYards. This looks cool. I really like the layout.
Yeah, the guys I met in ICCC were using this, so I was like, oh, try it out. It's pretty much the same as the other one we were using, except they haven't tried to scam me yet. So
that was a big one. That was a big one with the.
They sent me my money at least.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I
was like, wow.
Yeah, that was a rough like.
They got everybody. Email people, check both your emails frequently.
Yeah, and spam folders. So many people folders. Like mine was in the spam folder. Actually, no, I lied. One of my friends had it in the spam folder. I never got the email that they were up in the the price, that bad. I know your viewers probably don't care about this, but yeah, it's just
Yeah, StreamYard, no thanks. Restream, pretty good so far. Okay.
yeah, we'll see. They still got time to mess some stuff up, but no,
Yeah,
man.
definitely.
But it's been fun chatting and hanging out. I don't know if I really have anything else. Like I said, I got a few. I'm a big sticker guy, so I got a lot of stickers, and I got like a mini kit pen and stuff like that. But I didn't
Nice.
bring that out. But yeah, both cons super fun, and yeah, I'm just excited to do more. Like this is I know I've told you, but I come from the being a vendor, like not really going to cons and doing cosplays. Japan was like my first kind of big one. And I've really only done Japan and Rebelscum Con as cosplayer. Like, so I really only have 2 underneath my belt.
Yeah.
Because I just went casual for Nostalgicon.
So what was it like being Anakin Skywalker for the first time this year?
Oh, dude! I mean, you're talking about a celebration. It was sick, man. Like
Or both, but yeah.
Rebel ScumCon, it was a little bit more low key. I definitely had some people
Yeah.
come up and take pictures, and like it sucks, man, because there was one Ventress, like she did a really good Ventress, and every time I saw her, she was just getting swarmed by people, so I couldn't get a picture with her, but no, I mean, it was cool.
The
Japan
Japan photos are dope, like
oh yeah, I
in front
mean,
of the cherry blossoms and
we were
all
getting
the
swarmed, dude. Like, I mean,
yeah.
because it was, Mike as Kylo Ren, JT as Star Killer, and then me as Anakin, and I kind of do a little bit more because I put in like the Sith eyes and stuff
Vader
like that.
Anakin, yeah.
Yeah, I do like the makeup and stuff like that. So mine's pretty like I've spent quite a bit of hours on mine, so I think it sticks out. There was I remember specifically there's these 2 chicks that like walked past me. It's like, oh, Anakin, and then they like saw that I had the Sith eyes, and you could tell like they did a double take real quick, and she goes, oh, real Anakin, and dude, I was like, I kind of had like you trying to get in like the mood and stuff like that, kind of have like but man, that broke me because like she like wasn't ready for me to like have the Sith eyes and like I had like all my the makeup on and stuff like that. I put
Yeah,
like
that's when you
kind of
start doing one
darker.
of these.
Yeah. But no, it was that one was really cool. I'm excited to do more. And I'm excited I obviously don't have like the experience, but Mike was telling me, he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I was really surprised. He's like, that was one of my worries. Is he's like, when you do like a character who has a face instead of like a helmet, he's like, unless you really look like the character, he's like, sometimes it's kind of tough. Like people kind of just like pass you up and they go to the people with like him or JT who have the helmet on because you can kind of conceal everything.
Oh,
But
when I
like,
was not to throw JT under the bus, but yeah, when I was Kanan, I was a blind man taking pictures for Star Killer the whole
oh
day.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wasn't in them. Not most. I was in some. We took
Yeah.
together, obviously.
No, the photos y'all were in were sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was cool because like it wasn't like a competition. We all had like the limelight. Like they were taking pictures, we were all taking pictures together. Like it was kind of cool because I felt like we were all getting swarmed, and then some of us were together, and like it was a really cool experience, and I really liked that one. And
Nice.
like I said, Rebel ScumCon was cool, but it was a little bit more low key. I took a photo with like a handful of people, but it was mostly just walking around, checking stuff out, and just really,
Yeah,
meeting and talking with
when I
Star
was
Wars
doing
fans.
that group lineup with all the Fantastic Four people, we were literally being swarmed,
Mobbed,
like you've been
yeah.
saying. Like that was I've never
You got the crew
experienced
together,
that.
yeah. You have to be.
And it was
Well,
like I felt like that meme of Homelander where like the violin starts playing and he's like laughing, he's like looking around like
all right, yeah.
okay. Yeah. Had a little moment where I was like, what the heck's going on? This is sick. But it was like you saw there was like maybe 7 or 8 of us lined up, but across from us it was like a semicircle of probably like 40 or 50 people taking pictures of us, and I was just
Wow,
like,
that's so cool.
what the heck's going on? Like, or between 30 and 50, that's my estimate.
Well, it's always good when like the
Yeah,
hard work pays off.
and it
Like I
was
know
sick.
you busted your butt on that cosplay, and then when you get the gratification of like all the hard work you put in, it's nice. It's not needed, but it's like it's just like the icing on the cake. It's makes you feel good. You're like, oh, I did something that it was worth it. And
Yeah,
it
I was
shows,
happy.
So heck yeah, man.
Just got to do it longer next time. That's the plan.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Less money on celebrities and more time on the cosplay floor.
Yeah, for
That's the
sure.
plan.
Well, good news is you can always just like keep doing iterations and making it better, or making even like
Hmm.
like you said, taking the shirt off and doing like you're actually like you got all the rocks all over you and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You can
well,
do different
that's when
versions
I'd
and stuff.
size the body up to try and match the head, as if I did
Yeah, dude, that'd
without
be
the risk,
sick.
because I just did a XXL. I don't
Right.
even know if like they didn't have. I think you could get bigger size, like the suit I got. I got a
Mm,
double XL. I think they had bigger sizes, but there wasn't enough time. They would have had to like custom make it or whatever,
right,
or
right,
tailor it. I'm not sure.
for sure. Yeah, that'd be cool, man. That'd be cool.
But I also kind of went like by the height. I'm like, okay, I could probably make myself this tall, and the suit's kind of
Yeah,
for this height. So
like by
that
my
was also my
calculations,
thinking,
like, crunching the numbers.
because I wanted to be like 6'1" or 2, and then I ended up being at least 6'3". I'm
Yeah,
like
dude,
eye
I guarantee
level
you
with
those
people who
stilts.
are 6'3", almost 6'4", I would say, with
Yeah, yeah.
the peak of the helmet.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. That's cool.
So yeah, I was like, for the first time ever, I was also like looking above the crowd, like, huh,
So
everyone
this is
here,
what this is like.
everyone here is shorter than me all of a sudden. What the heck? But yeah, no, that was definitely an experience. So I know what you mean when I can picture you guys being swarmed, like the trio or the yeah, the three of you being
Yeah.
swarmed. And yeah, I like the Han Solo, like I like when you do Han Solo too.
Yeah, that one was really thrown together. I need to like revisit him and like um I say thrown together. Lydia did an awesome job with like the vest and the t-shirt, but I got the pants off Amazon and like that was oh dude, it was a nightmare. I need to like redo the pants, but yeah, I wanna kind of he's not to like the caliber that I want him to yet,
Hmm.
but yeah, Mike does the
I
Han
remember
from.
thinking you nailed the vibe. Like that's like
Oh,
that's the
thanks.
key component, is you nail the vibe of the character, even if it
Yeah,
doesn't.
yeah.
You don't
I
have
got a
to be a hundred
little.
percent.
I'm not a douchebag, but I got the Han Solo kind of like suave. I can kind of slip into that, kind
Yeah,
of cool guy, kind of character mood. And then also too, Mike was the young Han Solo from Solo, so it was kind of cool that he and I could kind of do like a duo,
yeah,
uh, like kind of photo op and stuff like that. And I got him I printed him. So I have a 3D model for like the Kenner toy from like the 70s, like what they
nice,
used. So he had the Kenner toy, and then I had the Lego like revolver. So we both had like toy kind of revolver. So that was kind of cool.
cool.
So we had the photos, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And
So he had like the
um,
original toy or a replica.
no, yeah, I 3D modeled it and printed it. So he had
Yeah,
like
that's what I
it was like
thought
an
you
extra.
meant. Sorry, I
Yeah,
was
yeah. No,
making
no,
sure.
it's all good. But yeah,
Okay,
he
that's
we both
cool.
had the 3D printed stuff, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then I had my Luke Samurai that I did too, which is in its first iteration stage. I've actually got like a lot of stuff going
Hmm.
for that. I'm really excited to debut that one. I don't know when I will, but I'm gonna print like a mask for it. I got like a training katana. It's plastic that I painted green and stuff like that. I got a giant like samurai hat.
Cool.
I couldn't bring all that to Japan, but that one will be cool to
I feel like
unveil
that
it
would have been
sometime.
popular there.
Yeah, I literally couldn't fit the
So
katana
hard to
in a
do. Yeah.
bag. Like, and I was like, I'm not carrying this on the plane for 15 hours. I'm like, nah, I'm good. But yeah, man, it was that was a lot of fun too. But yeah, not to digress into all the cosplay stuff, but yeah.
Hell yeah. Sweet. Well, thanks for coming on again. I
Yeah,
think
dude,
that's
always a blast. Always a
pretty good
blast.
time to end it. Pretty got
Yeah.
through everything we wanted.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. And,
Good time.
I'm going to Chicago this weekend.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna be sick.
Gonna be
That's gonna be really
meeting with
cool.
Charlie and Peak and people on my channel. Peak hasn't been here, but on Max's channel, Peak's been there. We've all done watch parties for Star Wars shows together.
Yeah, you gotta have him on when
Go
y'all
back and
when y'all
watch
come
that.
back.
Yeah, definitely got to come back. And
He's
then
great on the pods. He just doesn't do a lot of them. But yeah,
no, for
when you
sure.
guys get done,
When
and
we're
you come
done with
back, yeah.
Salute to Smallville, I've told Charlie to like use his jujitsu, his brain jujitsu on him and like force him
Yeah.
to join because it's Professor Pete. He's a pretty smart guy.
Oh yeah.
There's something about him. Maybe it's the southern accent that they have. I don't know, but when he talks, I listen. Something
No,
about
he's a
it.
cool dude. Yeah, because he came to Japan, so I
Man of
got to meet
few
him.
words, but good words. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. He's a really down to earth and chill dude.
But yeah, so that me and my girlfriend are gonna go for the whole weekend, and we're meeting with Charlie and Pete. And Charlie is tight with a lot of cast members and stuff, so we're planning on having a really good time.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah, dude. I'm
should
excited
be
to hear the
sweet.
stories when y'all get back.
Yeah, and yeah, that'll be an episode 10. That'll be in a couple weeks probably. So
Heck yeah,
get
dude.
ready for that, and I'll be promoting it when that's coming out. So anyways, uh thank you, whether you're watching tonight, now, tomorrow, in the future, somehow in the past. How did you get here? I'm just kidding.
Dun, 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 dun,
Everyone,
dun,
thanks for
dun,
coming.
dun.
This was Crunchin number 9, and that's the end of the stream.